There was a phase where nothing was clearly wrong, but nothing was moving either. Everything looked normal from the outside. Classes were normal, people around me were normal, life looked fine. But inside, it didn't feel fine. And the strange part is, no one around you can actually see that. My day didn't start with motivation, it didn't start with a plan. It started with something very small, opening my email. Not once, not twice, but again and again and again. Because I was waiting for something to change. You apply and then you wait. You prepare more and then you wait again. You give an online assessment and then you wait again. And slowly, your life becomes a loop. Apply, wait, think, repeat. And at some point, you stop measuring effort and you start measuring responses. And when there are no responses, that silence becomes heavy. At first, it's okay. Then it becomes confusing. And slowly, it starts affecting how you think. You start asking yourself questions. What am I missing? Why is nothing working? Is this even the right path? And the worst one, am I just not good enough? Because around you, things are happening. People are getting shortlisted. People are giving interviews. People are getting offers. And you're happy for them. You really are. But at the same time, you feel stuck. Like you're trying but not moving. And this is where my story becomes confusing. Because before all this, I wasn't completely lost. I had done internships. I had gone through processes. I had experienced what it feels like to actually get selected. And from one of those internships, I got a PPO, an offer on campus, and not just that. I was the first person in my college to get that offer that way. From the outside, it looked perfect. Like everything was sorted, like I had already reached somewhere, like I didn't need to worry anymore. But inside, it didn't feel complete. There was this constant thought, is this enough or can I do better? And that thought doesn't go away easily. So I made a decision to step outside comfort, to try off campus. I thought things would be easier. I had experience, I had confidence, I had an offer. So naturally, I expected results. But off campus is a completely different world. There is no structure, no timeline, no clear process, just you and uncertainty. I applied everywhere, startups, MNCs, product companies, anything that came up on LinkedIn, on job portals, anywhere. But most of the time, my resume didn't even get selected. No response. Or just a mail saying, thank you for applying, we regret to inform you. And even before finishing the email, you already know what it says. And after a point, you stop reacting. Not because it doesn't matter, but because you get used to it. And that's when it becomes dangerous. Because now, you're not just dealing with rejection, you're dealing with confusion. You don't know what to improve. You don't know what you're missing sometimes. There were a few companies that did shortlist my resume, and for a moment that felt like validation. Like, okay, maybe I'm not doing everything wrong. But even then, the process didn't move forward. Sometimes I gave online assessment, and those felt like real chances. I prepared, I attempted seriously. Sometimes I struggled, sometimes I did okay, and sometimes I felt like actually did well. But even after that, nothing happened. No interview, no next round, just silence again. And that's the hardest part. When you feel like you did well, but still don't move forward. Because now you don't even know what went wrong. So I started reaching out, messaging people on LinkedIn, asking for referrals. Some replied me, some referred me, and for a moment it felt like progress. But even after referrals, nothing changed. Still no response, still no clarity, still silence. And at the same time, Because I already had an offer, I couldn't sit for on campus placements anymore. That option was gone. So now there was no backup, no second chance, just one path and no clarity. And that's when I started looking back. In my early college years, I missed a lot: hackathons, DSA, contests, opportunities. I even got OA links and I ignored them because I thought I'm not confident enough. I didn't apply to many opportunities because I avoided taking risks. I didn't want to fail, so avoided trying. And I didn't know about things like cool down periods, that missing one chance could mean waiting months. And I think a big part of this starts much earlier. The way we grow up. We are told one thing: work hard for 12th, get into a good college, and after that, life is set. But that's not true. No one tells you what happens after you enter college. No one tells you how important those early years are. In the beginning, college feels like a break. After years of studying, it feels like freedom. So you relax, you enjoy, you tell yourself, I'll start later, I'll prepare when it matters. But slowly, that later becomes too late. And in the middle of this confusion, there is another problem: fake opportunities, internships that aren't real, companies that ask you to pay, courses disguised as internships. And when you're desperate, everything starts looking real, but it's not. You should never pay to get an internship. Real opportunities don't work like that. And slowly, everything started making sense. This is not just about effort, it's about awareness, it's about direction. Because effort without direction feels like progress, but it's not. There are so many paths: internships, jobs, startups, MNCs, higher studies, each one different, each one demanding something else. But no one shows you that clearly. They just show results, not the reality behind them. And I had to learn all of this the hard way, by missing opportunities, by making mistakes, by figuring things out slowly, and that's exactly why this exists. Not to tell you what to do, but to show you clearly what each path actually looks like, what really happens, what actually matters, and what you should not miss. So you don't feel stuck, so you don't feel lost, so you don't realize things too late. Because clarity changes everything. It changes how you prepare, it changes how you apply, and most importantly, it changes how you choose. The void isn't empty. You just haven't been shown the path yet. This is placement void. I'll show you everything. You choose what's right for you.